So let's take some more questions.
Okay.
Let's see, we've got William Powell from CDA, and he asks, did we cover release date and initial extended magazine launch? So we talked a little bit about the extended magazines just now, so hopefully you caught that answer, but release dates, Bob, you want to go over that one more time?
Yeah, and the magazines, as we said, the extended magazine is for pinky, to give you a place to put your pinky, but it does not add capacity, and one of each will be supplied with each pistol. One of the things that I'd like to also point out is the G43, like all Glock pistols, is covered by the same warranty. We've shot this gun extensively. Kai and I were both involved with it. In fact, a lot of the people here at the factory had an opportunity during the testing of this gun because we shot it so much. We shot several different models or different examples of the pistol, over 40,000 rounds each. So there's a lot of trigger time involved there. In addition to that, we have all of the same features that you have in every Glock pistol. The safe action system, 3 safeties, the trigger safety, the firing pin safety, and the drop safety are all included in the G43, just like every other Glock. The manual of arms on the pistol, the way you operate it, if you're familiar with Glock pistols, you'll be right at home with the G43. It functions and is operated in exactly the same manner, and the controls are in the same place.
So when you have this pistol in your hand, you know it's a Glock. It feels just like any other Glock, which is really great. Let's see. People are asking more questions about pricing. The MSRP of this pistol is $580. Why don't we talk a little bit about the Blue Label pricing, since that's been quite a hot topic today.
Okay. The G43 will be available through our Blue Label program for first responders, law enforcement, military, firefighters, and GSSF members. Now, GSSF is our Glock Sport Shooting Foundation, and we host in excess of 40 outdoor matches throughout the year all around the United States, and in addition to indoor matches at your various indoor ranges that you can go and shoot a Glock match. So one of the benefits of being a GSSF member is that you're allowed to buy 1 Blue Label pistol each year as a member. You're given a card that acts as your credential in order to be able to purchase that pistol.
Which is one of the many awesome benefits of this program.
It is. So GSSF is a great shooting program. It allows people from all levels, from beginner.
It's family friendly.
Family friendly, people of all levels, you know, male, female, young, old, it doesn't matter. You start out with a pistol at a low ready position, so there's no holsters, there's no movement. You're just basically shooting your pistol, becoming familiar with it, and having a good time out there on the range.
It's a lot of fun, lots of matches. And speaking of family friendly, Josh from Atlanta, he is asking if this G43 would be a good pistol for him to take his wife shooting.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. As we stated before, the G43 shoots very softly as far as recoil goes. The G43, much like the G42, is very female friendly in that it has a small grip frame. If your wife happens to have a small hand, it will work very well for her. And the pistol is not hard to rack at all. We'll give you a little bit of demonstration on the way we teach people to rack the pistol, in that especially people who don't have a lot of hand strength, find this to work very well for them. The pistol is, of course, kept in your strong hand, and your support hand uses a C-clamp type grip over the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the slide to the rear at the same time pushing the frame forward. So basically what I'm doing is just like that. You note that I don't let the slide ride forward. I let it slingshot forward under full recoil spring tension, so that it has plenty of force to feed, strip that first round off of the top of the magazine and feed it into the chamber.
It's a really nice trick. We call it the push-pull method. And if you're putting all of that, you know, absorbing that into your body, it's a lot easier to do that instead of just trying to pull the slide back with your hand, which we see a lot of people doing. This method really solves a lot of those problems. Anybody with, you know, weaker wrists, or perhaps they have arthritis or something like that, it's a really nice method. And also going back to, was it Josh from Atlanta about your wife? You know, We've actually spent a lot of time speaking with female shooting groups in the industry.
Yeah.
And that was really with the goal of seeing what we can do to address the issues that they're really having with shooting and what they need in a pistol. I have small hands, and the trigger distance for this is perfect for me. Granted, you know, I can shoot my 17 or my 21, and I shoot it well, and I've sort of modified my grip in order to shoot that well, but this is really a natural fit for me with very, very small hands.
Oh, it works great for people with all hand sizes. We find that even the guys with the big hands can shoot it very well. It's friendly for all shooters of all shapes and sizes.
It's very versatile. Let's see. Samantha from Tennessee would like to see how it, actually we did this demonstration earlier and I quite liked it. She wants to see how it fits in a pocket, I think just to see the size of it.
Sure.
So why don't you demo that?
Well, it just so happens I have one in my pocket right here. And it's been in my pocket the whole time I've been here. The camera probably doesn't pan down that low, but it fits very well in the pocket. The G43, like the G42, is designed to be used as a pocket gun. It works for all methods of carry, but it is exceptional at two of the most favored concealment positions, especially if you live in a warmer climate like we are here in Atlanta. In the summertime, you don't want to wear any kind of a heavy cover garment, so the G43 works extremely well in a pocket. It also works well on the ankle. For our law enforcement public servants, it works great for vest carry, and it also works very nicely for inside the waistband because of the narrow width of it. So it's very comfortable against your body.
You know, it's the narrow width, and you went over this in the specs earlier, but just to reiterate, it's barely over, the frame is barely over an inch wide, so the concealability factor there is of the utmost importance. It's a really fantastic fit. Let's see, Jeremy from Florida. This is a really good question, Jeremy, thank you. How do you recommend making a decision between the 42 and the 43?
Well, it is a personal decision. A lot of it is going to depend on what particular caliber you favor. Both will serve you very well. The 9mm, of course, is a little bit more powerful than the 380, but at the same time, other than that, the guns are very similar in size, very similar in the amount of recoil that they generate when you're shooting them. So my suggestion would be to shoot both of them and pick which one you prefer.
Let's see, go ahead.
Okay. Well, what I was going to say next is that the G43, like the G42, will be available at those dealers who have ranges that are participating in the Glock range program, which is a program so that the retailers will have rental guns available for exactly what we're talking about. It's kind of a try before you buy, or if you don't have a pistol and you want to just go out and shoot and see if it's something you'd like to become involved in, it gives you that opportunity without having to make that investment into a pistol beforehand.
Right, and that's a really great, that's the best way to choose a pistol, is to really get it in your hands and try it out. Let's see, we've got a lot of questions about the magazines that people would like to see the comparison between, a close-up of the comparison between the flat and the extended mag.
Okay, let's shift over to our secondary camera. And what you can see is it's approximately a ½ an inch extension off of the base pad. The extension is actually the base pad of the magazine, and I could take this base pad off and put it on this magazine, switch them. It's very easy to do, but you know, we designed it and are shipping it with one of each magazine specifically because some people would, depending on your method of carry, you're going to either want it larger so that you can grasp it a little more firmly, or you want to have the smallest pistol that you possibly can, in which case you'd use the flush fit magazine. And it's a personal preference.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And I feel very comfortable shooting with either magazine because my hand's small enough for the ultra concealable flat one, and then for the extended mag it just adds a little bit more comfort. If you're going to be shooting for long periods of time at the range, then that might be the better option. And I saw a question pop up earlier, I'm not sure where it went, but somebody wanted to know if it came with both magazines, and it does. It comes with both magazines, And let's see, the auto loader.
Yeah, it comes with a loading tool. Same thing as every other Glock pistol. It's going to have a cleaning brush, a cleaning rod, a safety lock, an instruction manual, the 2 magazines. So just like every other Glock pistol, the box will contain all of those components.
Okay. Wendell from LeGrand, Oregon would like to know what the trigger pull is.
Trigger pull is set at 5.5 pounds.
And that's pretty standard.
That's pretty standard for a Glock pistol. You know, that's our standard trigger pull weight.
Okay. And let's see. So we've got quite a few questions about new product. In addition to this, people want to know if we're going to come out with a 40 single stack and a 45 single stack and goodness, a 10mm single stack.
Well, everybody's been asking for a 9mm, so we've got that. As far as what we do next, at this point in time, it's a blank sheet of paper. We could, you know, we will probably, my expectation is we will flesh out the single stack line a little more thoroughly. We've got 2 great pistols to start with, the G42 and the G43, and stay tuned.
Okay. We've got an international fan who wants to know if these will also be available on the international market or if they're just a domestic pistol.
They will be available internationally. Of course, that depends specifically on the laws in your particular country. And so all I can say is that is not my area of responsibility, but I would just check with your local dealers. And if they're a Glock dealer, they should be able to provide you with that information.
And that's actually a nice segue into another question that we have is they want to know why we came out with a 380 first. Can you talk a little bit about that from an international perspective? I know you said that's not your area of expertise, but this is something that's not very commonly known domestically. So that's a great question, so thank you for asking that.
Well, the 380 pistol is very popular throughout the rest of the world. In many countries, the 9mm being a military cartridge is not available to the the civilian populace. So that, in addition to the fact that we've been asked about our other 380s that we were not able to import, the G25 and the G28. So we brought out the 380 as a result of the large amount of feedback we had from our customers that they really would like to see a Glock 3.